Remy the Rabbit. Once upon a time, in a far-off land, there was a little rabbit named Remy. Remy was a timid rabbit who lived in a peaceful meadow with his family and friends. He was always scared of trying new things or exploring the world beyond the meadow. One day, as he was nibbling on some juicy carrots, he overheard some of his rabbit friends talking about a legendary carrot field that was supposed to have the juiciest and sweetest carrots in the world. Curiosity piqued, Remy asked his friends about the carrot field. They told him that it was located in a dense forest and that it was guarded by a fierce and scary owl. Remy was filled with fear at the thought of facing the owl. But he couldn't resist the temptation of trying the juicy carrots. So, he made up his mind to go to the carrot field. The next day, Remy set out on his adventure to the carrot field. As he entered the dense forest, his heart started pounding, and his legs started shaking. He could hear his friends' voices in his head telling him how dangerous the owl was, and he began to doubt his decision. But he remembered a famous quote his mother had once told him: "Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you go ahead and do it anyway." With those words in mind, he gathered his courage and continued on his journey. As he walked further into the forest, he finally saw the carrot field. But just as his friends had warned him, the owl was standing guard at the entrance. Remy felt a wave of fear wash over him. But he didn't want to give up, so he reminded himself of another famous quote he had heard: "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." With that quote in mind, he slowly approached the owl, his heart racing. The owl looked down at Remy with a stern expression. Remy was so scared that he could barely speak. But he gathered all his courage and spoke up: "Mr. Owl, I have come all this way to taste the juiciest and sweetest carrots in the world. Please let me pass." The owl looked at him for a moment, then said, "You are a brave little rabbit. I will let you pass, but be careful in the carrot field. It is full of surprises." Remy was elated. He had faced his fear and had successfully made it to the carrot field. As he started munching on the delicious carrots, he realized that the journey was worth it. He had learned that fear is just an obstacle that can be overcome with courage and determination. He had also learned that famous words can inspire and give us the strength to face our fears. As he was about to leave the carrot field, he saw a group of rabbits on the other side of the field who were too scared to cross the owl's path. Remy knew that he had to help them overcome their fear. He remembered a quote by Walt Disney: "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." He shared this quote with his rabbit friends and encouraged them to face their fears and follow their dreams. With Remy's encouragement, the rabbits gathered their courage and followed him back to the meadow. They were amazed by the tales of Remy's adventure, and they realized that fear was just a state of mind that could be conquered with determination and courage. From that day on, Remy was known as a brave rabbit who had overcome his fears and had helped his friends do the same. He had learned that famous words can inspire and motivate us to achieve our goals and face our fears.